Welcome back to the channel, YouTube. Let me talk to you. So we just got Netflix's Axel F, and I have to say, this film does some things that Hollywood hasn't done in a long time with prequels and sequels.
I'll be back.
And that's actually makes something that's good. Now, this film is not without its faults. Let's get that out of the way. And two things that I would say that come to mind is the introduction of the daughter as the catalyst that drives the story forward and her acting. Now, nothing against the actress who played the daughter of Axel Foley, but her character was a bit stiff with the emotional scenes, and I felt like she struggled a little bit with that. And the character in general, herself, just didn't make sense for the film. And the last three films, we heard nothing about him being married, nothing about him having kids or anything like that. So, of course, this was created for this film, but it just felt off. The film would have been better off with the story tied to just Taggart and Billy, one of them getting in trouble, and one calls Axel for help. He comes back to Beverly Hills, and that's how the story progresses. Now, the interaction between him and the daughter wasn't terrible, and it did a little bit for the story to give a little bit of growth to Axel as a character, but it really didn't make or break the film. It could have been better if it was implemented a little bit better, and wouldn't have changed a thing about the film if it wasn't in there. So, like I said, it was just plopped in there for the sake of the catalyst of the film, and it wasn't really needed, but it also wasn't detrimental to the film. Now, the film opens very heavy with the nostalgia from Axel's car, from Detroit, just the feel, the theme of the original films in the very opening shots of this film. And it was done really well. And nostalgia played a lot throughout the film, but not super heavy. Now, some films who kind of go off in the distance and recreate the original feel in some films, in general, they struggle with this whole nostalgia piece. They make the entire film around the nostalgia. So for me, it worked when it was implemented in this film. And it wasn't heavy, it wasn't overbearing, it wasn't heavy handed. It just fit. And I'm very appreciative of the writers and the directors to put this in there, pay homage to the original film, to the characters and things like that, and not overdo it. The story is pretty straightforward. You know, Axel comes back to Beverly Hills to help his daughter save his friend. And the dynamic between the father and daughter scenario was okay. It went on a little bit too long, but again, didn't really make or break the film. It was good to see Taggart and Billy Rosewood come back. And I don't know what the hell is going on with Eddie Murphy. His character does not age. But when you look at Billy and Taggart, holy crap, man, they aged. And you can tell it's evident. And one of the things that the film did was play on their age slightly, and it worked. Now, some films who would bring back older characters would play up that I'm an old guy trying to stay into the game and just play heavy into that. And one of the films that I've seen recently that did that was Bad Boys. Now, it wasn't terrible in Bad Boys, but a lot of the things were centered around them being old. And here, this was a little bit different. It was subtle and it worked really well. Kevin Bacon as a character, I thought he was great as the bad guy. I just love Kevin Bacon as an actor. He's definitely has a lot of range, and also sometimes I feel like he plays the same style of character. But all in all, he did well in this film, and he brought a lot of things to round the film out, and it was good. Wasn't great, definitely better than three. If I put it in order, I'd say one, two, this one, and then three. Now, was it just as good as the second one? Yeah. Was it as good as the first one? Slightly less, but overall, I feel like the film was very, very watchable and enjoyable. And I definitely recommend it, especially if you're a fan of the original one, two, and three. And just again, Eddie Murphy brings back Axel's character, and he definitely feels like nothing changed. And the introduction of also Joseph Gordon-Levitt's character was okay. Again, one of those characters that we really didn't need, but it was a catalyst again for some of the story moving forward. But overall, the film was watchable, enjoyable. So if you haven't seen it, check it out. Let me know what you thought about it down in the comment section below. Until next time, guys, my name's Lincoln. This has been an RPG show. Like, comment, sub, and I'm out. Peace.